We will remember them.
We will remember them.
Coming together to heal together. The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month is all about those lost in conflict since the First World War. But for those serving here on Op Herrick 17, it also has a raw edge to it, and all the more meaning in a place like this.
Being here, rather than hear on the news back in the UK, you hear it happening, and every time Op Minimise comes on, your heart sinks a little bit, because it could be another father, a son, or someone's daughter, whatever, that have lost a life, and it's quite humbling.
Many of those attending will have felt the acute loss of a friend or family member in Afghanistan. WO2 Amanda Game lost her brother Darren in 2010.
I think being around the camp helps. I wonder if he stood here or sat here or eaten here, and the fact that his name's on the wall means that I can come and visit anytime I like.
Private Christopher Kershaw, 3 Yorks. Private Daniel Wade, 3 Yorks.
The Roll of Honour, a chance to reflect on the names of those personnel killed in action since Remembrance Sunday last year and make sure their memory lives on.
It is through this that we walk forward. That's the theme I wanted to try and get across today, that we will all have memories. Some of them will be quite painful, naturally, but it is the memories that are a gift to each one of us that we need, and we need to, in a sense, recount what's happened to us. We need people to know what's happened to us, and for the nation's sake, to understand why we do these things.
The main service in Camp Bastion was a scene that was replicated across Helmand in places like FOB Ouellette, where 1st Battalion The Scots Guards marked remembrance with a Scottish feel. Also paying his respects in theatre was the newly appointed Minister for Defence Personnel, Welfare and Veterans. Mark Francois laid a wreath at the memorial site in Camp Bastion. He later met with troops currently serving on Op Herrick to hear their concerns about welfare, housing and pensions. As a former TA officer, one of his biggest aims is to improve the military covenant and make it more accountable.
Every year now, the Secretary of State will have to report to Parliament on the state of the Armed Forces Covenant, and I want to see every year we have that annual sit-rep, that there's improvement in areas like health, welfare, education, so that our service personnel and their families, it's not just about them, it's about their families as well, so that they can see year on year we're doing that bit better. That's really important to me, and that's something that's in my mind every day I go into the office at the MOD.
As another Remembrance Sunday passes here in theatre, servicemen and women serving in Afghanistan have vowed once again never to forget the names of those who inscribed here on this memorial. Ali Gibson, Forces News, Camp Bastion.